Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to That Checks Out with Damon and Ted. Brian's got us here on the board today. I want to put this at the front of the show, not at the end of the show. Please like, subscribe, tell all your friends about us, share it. That's how we're going to get all over the world. Everyone wants to hear us. I know we do. Well, at least Damon says I have to say that because he wants that. Brian, are we live?
Yep.
Okay, we're live.
Look, we're using the board.
Yeah, I was just
We're
testing
using
it
a
out, buddy.
tool that you gave us. You don't have to answer, man.
We had really great energy, and now it's already over.
You ruined it. Yeah, what are you doing? This is how we start the show.
Man, it was really good there, too.
We're doing like a monster
I almost got ready
today.
to rumble.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen. Go ahead.
Should we start over?
No, I think we're fine.
Starting now.
Now.
Okay, this counts.
No.
See, that's the board. That's where we go for our Brian knowledge.
We're professional.
Yeah, we're pretty heavy. Anyway,
They're real heavy.
All right, what do you got, Damon?
hey, so we're sponsored today.
We are. Who's sponsored?
We are
Say
sponsored. Yeah, we're sponsored by Mountain Creek Memories.
what? Yeah, Damon. Brian likes when he hears money.
Yeah.
But he
Wait
perked
a
right up.
minute.
Wait.
Wait
Sponsored?
a minute. Sponsored. This is great.
Make sure he gets paid like 3 days late, though, because we want to make sure it's legit.
Yeah. A real sponsorship does not pay Brian on time. So I just want to make everybody aware. Otherwise, he
Yeah,
knows
I'd like to see Brian yell at Damon for 3 days. It's fun.
Didn't come from me. Okay. He knows.
All right. Sorry.
So
Our sponsor is.
Mountain Creek Memories. It's they're in Pigeon Forge. It's a cabin. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
And 4-bedroom. There's 2 kitchens. It's honestly, I've been there. Okay. I love it. And it's great. It's secluded. There's no like drive-through traffic. It's wonderful. And this place has one of probably, I don't know, out of all the cabins up there, I saw probably 10 outdoor fireplaces. And that's because Jeremy and his cousins and friends and stuff own about 10 cabins there. And they went around and put them in all their cabins. Otherwise, they don't have anything like this. It's on the page there. It's pretty cool. So I'm going to put the link on our page and everything else. But it's like I said, if you're going down to Dollywood, to Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg area, honestly, it averages like $300 a night. So a lot of times, if it's not peak season, it's less, So, but you can literally take 2 families and stay separately and have a good time. And get
I
in the
like
car
that
and go.
part.
Yeah, no, my family's excited because they can have their own place upstairs.
Yeah.
So they're like, hey, we want to go somewhere. We're gonna need Dad to drive. Let's go down and see what he's doing.
I like when the sponsorships check out.
Yeah.
That checks out.
Yeah. So, but no, it's really, really cool, secluded area. We're going to put the link up, but we do appreciate the sponsorship today.
Now, you have to say it 3 times. That's the radio rule. So, Mountain Creek Memories. Make sure you visit that with your family and friends in Gatlinburg, Tennessee at Mountain Creek Memories. Once again, everyone, that's Mountain Creek Memories. You'll remember the good times. You'll forget all the Deliverance references.
Yes. There's a creek that runs through there, but a canoe will not float in it. It's a small creek. Yeah.
You'll not see Burt Reynolds because he's dead, or John Voight there.
Wow. Way to go, harsh. Man,
I'm just saying.
we're recording for a long time today, and you're...
Burt Reynolds is dead.
Okay, great.
Do you want to put him on the list with Gary Coleman? Because yes.
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah.
Look
When
it
did
up.
this happen?
Yeah.
Pull up the Googles.
Like a year or 2 ago?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I saw him
Actually-
I saw him at Comic-Con like 4 years ago, and I think they weakened at burning him at that point.
So a guy we know that we went to school with, Dave, actually has what probably is the last autograph from Burt Reynolds. And I don't know, I saw it on Facebook, but he actually
Did they put some ink on his head as he face planted?
No, he's so 2 days, I think it was 2 or 3 days before he died, that Dave, when he was the last guy in line, they cut off the line. Luckily, he's like 6'2", 6'3", so they're like, hey, we'll pick this tall dude, right?
The line ends here,
Here's
marker.
the end of the line,
Yeah.
right? And so he goes up and he had his stuff autographed and this and that. And he said he actually looked very weak and this and that.
Oh, yeah,
And then
looked
he
bad at
canceled his other like for the next couple days. And then he passed away.
Oh, God canceled the rest of it.
Yeah.
You know what, Bert? You're done.
Yeah. If you could just sign this on the way out for me, I'd appreciate it.
Smokey's going to need you upstairs real quick.
Yeah, Smokey. Well, he's probably he's up there with Gleason then. See, so that's yeah. I'm gonna punch your mama in the mouth. It's a great movie. And you know what? If you're 19 years old, you can watch that movie. I realize you're gonna be like, these cars aren't cool. This ain't Fast and the Furious.
Yeah.
But that's a cool movie.
Yeah.
It's a relevant movie no matter when. Like
When
Dukes of Hazzard is relevant when you're a child.
Yeah.
If you go watch it now, guys, it's all gone. Because you watch, you're like, oh man, they just ruined that car. When you're a kid, you're like, yeah, they're driving away, And as an adult, you're like, there's no way.
I'm going to need me a Diablo sandwich and a Dr. Pepper.
to go.
Where's the men's room? I got to take a squirt. Actual lines from the movie, Brian.
Yeah. Hey, have you ever seen the movie, Brian?
No.
You've never seen Smokey and the Bandit?
You have homework then. And don't watch
the first
second
one and stop.
Yeah, don't watch the second
Second one, the third one doesn't exist.
Yeah.
You know, the third one was originally going to be Gleason in both roles, and the title was Smokey is the Bandit.
Really?
Yeah, they sent it to a couple test screenings, and after that, they're like, no.
How do you chase yourself?
Yeah. Bert definitely said he wasn't going to do this. All right, let's get Snowball in. We'll make him the Bandit. Let's do it.
Right. I heard Jerry Reed's free.
Yeah.
And I mean,
or at least very cheap.
Like price tag. He's free. So, but if we could catch up on our week, and we're going to actually catch up now for an extended period of time. We're going to do some traveling over the next couple of weeks and do some stuff. So we're going to
be eastbound and down?
No.
There's beer in Texarkana. And he
Look
won
at
it
the
in
references
Atlanta.
we started here. You've never seen this movie, Mac, ever.
No.
The Thirsty in Atlanta, and there's beer in Texarkana. We're going to do what they say can't be done.
Little Enos?
Yeah.
What?
Little Enos?
Yeah, Big Enos.
And Little Enos.
No.
Oh my God. Okay,
Paul
listen.
Williams was Little Enos. I don't remember who Big Enos was.
So listen, before we record again, you need to watch this movie.
No.
Okay.
No.
Wait a minute.
He's hitting his own buttons. How does that work?
Wait a minute.
How does that, we have the pad.
This technology today.
So let's catch up on our week here.
How was your week, sir?
I have a couple things. Okay. First off,
Hit me with your best shot.
who knew fresh was a scent? Like
I would like
fresh.
to get into this because there's a lot of different freshes.
Okay. So here's the deal. For years, I've used the same deodorant, and I've always used the Sport. Apparently,
Well, guess what, Sport?
I've never been able to activate it apparently because I'm not sporty enough. So my wife gets like 47 of them for a nickel, right? So then they show up and they're on my dresser. Yeah. And I'm like, hey, guess what? It's not the one I'm used to. But I take the cap off and I go, oh, you know how like I tell you, I'm like, I need smellers.
Yeah.
I like it smells fresh. And it says right on the front, fresh. I'm like, what have I been wearing? You know, because it had no odor.
Do you smell like Sport?
No.
Damon never smells fresh at home. Yeah, because smelling like Sport is not like the selling point. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like you're going to smell like Sport.
Well-
Because have you ever been to a hockey rink?
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Like the hockey rink where I went to school, University of Illinois, like it was a small building and you had to walk past the locker room to get to the seating. You literally would be like, okay, go. Because
Yeah.
three periods of men like sweating through 19 layers of sweater is just funk.
Yeah. Well, you got
that's not what you wanted a deodorant
it's like
stick.
like sweaty gym socks and duffel bags,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So I tell
That's
you
a
what,
musk you don't want.
But you know too, you have a teenage son. I have teenage boys. That's kind of the room smell. You walk past the room and you're like, what happens in here?
Yeah. No, that's not a question we asked.
Right.
But fresh.
And always knock first.
Yeah. Fresh what? Is it fresh fish? Is it fresh
No,
fruit?
no.
It's just fresh.
It's fresh. I mean, like, so if I could describe my armpits now, okay,
I'm already out.
I would say fresh.
You can't.
I can.
Right.
It's
Remember
one
that
word.
7-second delay I
It's
asked for?
fresh.
This is where it comes in handy.
First off, don't mute me. I see him with his button over there. He muted me.
I've learned some things after
Yeah.
40-some weeks, Brian.
Yeah, he muted me before we started because I got him good, and he muted me.
That was no.
Yeah.
I don't like to give Damon credit for anything, but that was good.
Yeah, it was solid. It was very solid. So much that I got put in timeout. So it was pretty solid.
Yeah.
So like I said, fresh is a scent, and I am totally digging it. And the nice thing is, I'm going to dig it for probably the next 14 years based on how much that I have.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's kind of like when I bought that case of school pizza, and we tried it, and we tried it like 3 different ways to make it, and it still never turned
We're
out.
like, this is gross. This is still gross. This never made it out of gross.
I just threw that away like a month and a half ago.
Yeah.
It was been in my freezer and I had a whole case. There's like 90 pieces left in there. I'm like, no, it wasn't
Basically,
good.
Brian, it was the same shape, and that was it.
Yeah, it looked the exact same. You're like, this has got to be great. Nope. No,
I think they actually put actual cheese in it, maybe, and
I don't know.
real wheat.
Yeah.
Possibly actual tomatoes.
They probably tried to health it up.
I mean, we were in school in the 80s and 90s, so
Right.
they could get away with a lot more.
It was like
back then.
cardboard with like
Ketchup
red.
was a vegetable back then, according to the Reagan administration.
Yes.
Well, they got ketchup on that plate, don't they?
Yeah.
They got them veggies. They fine.
That's a veggie.
Fine.
That's a apple crisp. Well, that's a fruit. Remember the apple crisp?
yeah,
That was good too.
it was.
Oh, I like your apple crisp.
I mean, the president got most of his vegetables from the flavored jelly beans on his on his desk.
Do you know who Ronald Reagan was?
Yeah.
Do you want a
Okay.
jelly bean?
He knows something then.
Yeah, he was that actor.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The actor? Who was the first lady? Jane Wyman? Jack Benny's the Secretary of State. Back to the Future reference.
So, since it's still about me, I'm fresh. Anyway.
When has it never been?
But you ever done that? Like where you bought something and maybe it's a different, and not like a cologne, because if you buy a different cologne, you know that. But you buy something and it doesn't, even toothpaste. You're like, you thought you bought the right one and then you use it and you're like, no, that ain't right. And,
yeah, well, yes. There's like mouthwash. Like I like.
Yeah.
I like peppermint. Peppermint and like double mint is fine.
No.
I hate spearmint. I hate wintermint.
Okay.
Or wintergreen.
Yeah, wintergreen. Yeah.
As
yeah.
Winto green is lifesaver. Like, and if I'm not paying, like one time I bought the wrong. I don't know how. Like one's green, one's blue, which mint doesn't work that way. But I put it,
raspberries aren't blue either.
Yeah.
But guess what? They're
the
delicious.
snozberries taste like snozberry. But
they're
yeah, I was like, oh. But then
Yeah.
I have a whole bottle of it, and I'm going to use it.
You got to use it. I know. And you're like, this is burning my soul. You know, you get that. You're rinsing. You're like, what is this turpentine?
But
What
I've
am
done
I
that.
doing?
People have been like, hey, do you want to mint? And it's not like they're being rude. They're just like, they're getting them in for themselves and they're offering to be polite. And I'm like, yeah, sure. Oh, no. I look down and I see it's not the color nope.
You should just take it and Gronk spike it right on the ground. You're like, no, I don't want this.
Gronk says no. You know what's gross is that he's been on YouTube. There's a lot of advertisements where he's advertising the men hair groomer. And I'm not talking about beards.
Right.
Yeah. It's just like, no, that dude is not the guy I would want to put at the face of my product, especially on that kind of product.
Right. Well,
I mean, but he's dumb enough to use it and do it successfully, then maybe it works. But,
right. Yeah. He's probably got an assistant
but
for
it's
that.
all those like really, it's like when Austin Powers did it the first time, it was a subtle joke that went on a little too far where he's holding up the sausage in front of himself and he's holding up like the watermelons and stuff. It was like, okay, we get
Hold
it.
on. Mac, you ever seen Austin Powers?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So you know the
All right.
part where they're naked, but they're holding up like,
Yeah.
metaphors in front of them.
Yeah.
When
She's got
Gronk's doing
melons.
it, he's literally like, he's naked. You see him from the back. He's like, he's standing on a chair looking into a china cabinet. He's like, I can't find my balls. Like, what does that have to do with the china cabinet? And you standing on a dining room chair? This doesn't make sense at all.
Yeah. But he's probably selling that, the mower or lawnmower or whatever they call it. Yeah.
Lawnmower 3.0.
Yeah. You got to go on Home Depot and ask for that. Where do you guys keep the lawnmowers?
You see that they're making Lawnmower Man 3 with Pierce Brosnan and... No? You ever seen Lawnmower Man?
Yep.
Oh.
So you know that reference.
Yeah.
What?
Like classic horror movies. I'm down.
Really?
Yeah.
Smokey the Bandit is a horror movie.
Lies.
You know they did that on a they did that on a Commodore 64. You know that Lawnmower Man. Lawnmower Man 2. They don't have the same actor back as Job. They got the guy that did Max Headroom.
Oh yeah. I remember
How do you
him.
not see that guy and just be like, oh yeah, no, this isn't Lawnmower Man 2. This is just You couldn't get Max Headroom 2 financed. So you slapped Stephen King, Lawnmower Man 2. This time there's Max Headroom.
Yeah. This time we got other guys that can't get movies.
Right. This took a turn. We're still at your first point of the day.
No, that's all right.
Hey, we got 2 hours. Folks.
We have time, folks. We have time. You may not. You've probably already shut it off.
Yeah.
But
we're having a grand old time.
We have time. Okay. So I had a couple of dead to me's this week.
Oh.
Yes, and I'm very proud of one of them. The entire Girl Scouts, they're dead to me.
I'm intrigued.
Okay. First off,
I find this hard to believe.
Yeah.
okay, you shut your mouth. All right. Can you mute yourself?
We
How does that work?
ran into some very non-business savvy Girl Scouts last Saturday.
Oh, yeah. Hey, so honestly, they should have been dead to me then.
Yeah.
We walked out of an establishment where they were outside selling. Okay. Mac, I'm over here. Thanks. Anyway. Hold on. Hey, buddy.
He goes through this whole thing
buddy.
about moving his
Hey, buddy.
monitors so he can see us and then never looks up.
What it is now I can see that he never makes eye contact. Before, I was like,
this is true. This is new for you.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, I didn't know you were speaking like directly to me.
Before, I never felt hurt because I thought, man, that guy's really engrossed in the screen.
This was
now
new,
it's like, nope, he's chasing an imaginary squirrel.
I've had
across the
months to
background
get used
over
to this. This is all still fresh for you.
Yeah. So we walk out of an establishment. They're set up selling Girl Scout cookies. 2 guys, me and Ted, walk out. Our size. No one.
Not even a hey.
Not even a hey.
Everyone else. Buy our cookies, buy our cookies, buy our cookies. We walk out. silent.
Yeah. So I don't know who, like, if it was Jane Fonda's kids or who it was that was just like, don't sell them to the fat people. You know what I mean? But it was amazing that you have the perfect audience in front of you. And by the way, we move much slower than the peak fit audience that's strolling through.
I'm a grown ass man with cash. I'm their prime market.
Yeah. And you're a biscuit. You're at least a biscuit over 2. See, I'm a biscuit under 3 now, which is nice, but I'm still several biscuits and gravy over 2. So I'm really your target audience. You should have grabbed me, not physically, metaphorically. Okay, not physically. I could go to prison for that. But you should have said, "Hey, guess what? I have cookies."
Well,
What do you think I'm
you
gonna
didn't
say?
buy cookies in the establishment. We got you covered right out here.
Yeah, I got to be honest with you. They're Girl Scout cookies. If I'd have walked out and saw them there anyway, I'd have bought some. I had cash on me. You're right.
Yeah.
We're adult males and we have cash that we should be.
So they're not dead to you for that. Why are they dead to you?
They're dead to me because my wife bought some. Okay. And the serving size that it states on there
Like 2?
is like 2 cookies.
Yeah.
Okay. First off, my favorite are the Samoas. Okay.
Oh, those are good. Yeah.
Those are good. Now, there's like 5 in a row and there's 3 rows.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's 15 serving size, right?
So that's like a 7 serving size.
Yeah.
So now I have to do math to find out how much it was when I ate the whole container at one time. Okay. And honestly, just put it like it's 1,112 calories.
Well,
when you eat the whole thing.
A lot of things will do that now. Like serving size is this, whole container is like not on a box of cereal, because hopefully you're smarter than that, but on something that you legitimately could eat, like a bag of chips, like a not a full bag, but not a single size, but like the in between size. They'll say, 120 calories for one serving, 4,000 calories if you eat this whole bag.
So realistically, why wouldn't they just go and make somebody like me feel better? Even the cereal people, and be like, one serving is 400 calories. Awesome. They don't know how big my serving size is. Now I feel great about having a whole box. You know what I mean? Because I got a half a gallon of milk in there. I got a whole box. I'm even drinking the milk when I'm done. I'm like, 400 calories. That's a great way to start my day.
If you try really hard, you can fit an entire sleeve of Thin Mints in your mouth.
I tried that with a box of Twinkies once. Did not go well. Because those you can smash. Did not go well.
Hulk smash.
Yeah, they couldn't. I thought they were going to need the plunger and like the jaws of life. It was bad. Not the facts of life,
man.
The jaws of life.
I had to aggressively plunge
they're
yesterday.
dead to me because of their serving sizes and how it just makes you feel terrible because you take the box out. Just put on the back, hey, it's 1,100 calories. We know you're going to eat the whole thing, fat ass.
Well, they
It's
should just
gonna
put
happen.
like one of those, bad like silvered pieces of paper that they used to give us this mirrored, like in cereal boxes back in the day. Just put a piece of mirrored plastic on the back and be like, yeah, not for you, Tubbo.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what these numbers are. Clearly not for you.
If your face doesn't fit in this window, you should not eat a sleeve of these cookies.
If you can't see more than your nose and mouth in this window.
Yeah. So they are dead to me. And then the other, it's everywhere that doesn't use cashiers. Okay. The self-serve system.
Now, can they use cashiers and self-serve, or are they just self-serve?
Yeah.
Okay.
But why self-serve? First off, I don't work at your store. Okay. I don't want to work at your store. If I wanted to ring up things, I would work at your store. I don't want to. So when I go in there, and especially if you go to a big box store and you have loose things that are 22 cents a piece and 29 cents a piece, and you get up there and you go, how the hell does this work? Right?
Yeah, that's a good point.
So anyway, I'm at a big box store. I go to the contractor checkout because guess what? That's the only place that has a cashier. Okay. So I'm standing there, excuse me, I'm standing there with my cart, and you can tell I'm not a contractor. Okay. And especially by what's in my cart.
Tell you're not a decent human, sure.
Right. Yeah.
Contractor, I'm not quite sure about.
Right. But yeah, we can tell you're a pile of garbage. So thanks, Dad.
Nailed it in one.
Yeah, nailed it in one. Why'd you laugh at that? See? He's over there. He doesn't even look.
Look, now you see why I get so excited when he laughs, because that's when he looks up.
Yeah.
Like when I get him to like make eye contact,
Yeah.
I've taken him out of that world.
You're
Whatever
like,
he's
we
doing
just
over
shared
there.
a moment.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, it
Now you
feels
know
good.
why it felt so good every time.
He's chuckling. I hope he's choking that coffee. Anyway, delicious coffee
by
from-
10 drops.
Yeah.
Very
me.
good coffee. Everyone should check it out. It's in Plainfield, right
Call-
off Route
call me.
30.
Yeah.
Call me.
So I'm in line. This guy behind me, and he's evidently a contractor or whatever, but he's got a big cart full of lumber and everything else. And he says to his buddy, right? And as I'm loading the stuff up there and she's scanning it, he says to his buddy, he goes, this guy's not a contractor. I look back at him. I go, no, I'm not. I go, I'm also not a cashier. That's why I'm in this line. It's exactly what I said.
Slick. It's a good line.
And he looks at me and I told him straight up, I'm like, so just deal with it. We're good. And I turn back around and the lady just looks at me. Now, first off, I must have said this very loud because I have a mask on. I want to make sure he heard me. But apparently everybody else in the first 2 or 3 aisle area heard me. So I got a good laugh out of that. But you're dead to me when I go through there. And it's like, I have to call somebody over. That's what I did the other day because I go back for something else small. There's no cashier open. And I'm like, how do you not have one person doing this?
Yeah.
And then I look down by register 1. There's 5 people in their uniforms talking. But so then I'm standing there and I wave over the lady who's watching the area of people cashing out their own stuff. And I said, I have these. I don't know how to look them up. I said, I would have loved to go into a cashier, but there's not one open. Oh, well, register 1's open. The lights just broke.
You know what? Someone needs to be standing there all the time.
Then someone needs to go, are you ready? And wave you down. See, they're down there that they weren't worried about what I was doing. Now, again, the establishment's not dead to me. I like the establishment. We're fine. But it's the whole fact, and you can go to a lot of big box places, you know that, where you scan yourself out. And it's like, that should be somebody else doing that job. I'm sorry.
Well, here's the thing. I'm gonna counterpoint you.
Yeah.
Jane, you ignorant. I like the self-serve in some instances because with all my experience in retail, I'm a pretty good cashier. So I can get in and out quicker if it's just a few things. And also, conversely, I'm also a terrible cashier. And sometimes I forget to put something on the scanner and it just falls in the bag.
Nice.
That's a freebie. I don't know if you know that.
Yeah.
That's a little tip.
Like if one for you, one for me.
They didn't train me on their system. So if I accidentally don't scan something, that's on them. That is on them. I mean, the cashier I use doesn't scan. So I need that I need that 1 degree of separation for legal reasons.
Right. Hey, you're like, that's when you pull the Velcro off. You're like, I'm not an employee, customer.
See, I don't like when your plans start coming together, Hannibal.
So I really feel like we're on the same page then. All right. So maybe I won't make them all dead to me. But I do feel like you got to have options for people.
Especially like if you go to a place where literally everything has a barcode and you walk, I mean, I guess the grocery stuff gets weird. But if a place where has a barcode, you can walk up. But if you're trying to buy like 2 bolts and a screw.
That's what I was doing. I had 2 lag bolts and 2 lag bolts. And I'm like, okay, listen, I don't know
you
where
didn't
to
get trained for
in.
2 weeks to be like, okay, this is, UPC 74217. You didn't get like, the book or how to look it up.
So she grabs them and she goes, oh, you take these numbers here right on the head. And she goes in this like different thing, scans her badge.
I didn't ask for an explanation, lady.
I don't have a badge. So what badge was I supposed to scan to get in to do this, And it was just very confusing. So again, I think I was more appalled by the fact that I was actually in a line with the cashier because that's what I feel more comfortable doing. Right.
Yeah.
And I had somebody say, he's not a contractor. Yeah. I also am not a cashier. So
it's not like you're taking 75 things in the 15 or fewer item.
Right.
Because it is fewer or less is not an actual. That's not how you word that. Big box words.
Or less.
No, it's fewer.
What about food?
Less is a group quantity. Fewer is individual things that you're counting. Well, I had a guy the same thing. I got up there, I didn't realize when I grabbed the tag was torn, so the UPC wasn't on it. Or the barcode wasn't on it. And the guy comes over and he's like, well, you just have to type in the UPC. And he's showing me how to do it. And I was like, you realize this thing is taking your job, right?
Yeah.
Like, there used to be 7 of you up here. Now there's you.
Right.
Figure out how that works.
Yeah. And he really only gets called in when there's a problem.
Yeah.
So when there were 7 of you, you had 1/7 of the problems. Now you have all the problems.
And he had to flip the thing over and turn it around and find, it wasn't like it was, hey, dummy, the barcode isn't here. This is where you get the number. It was literally, he had to look 4 places. Like, oh, this is the number you use. Cool. I don't have your code book.
Yeah.
I don't know how I'm supposed to know that. When I did it, it told me to drink my Ovaltine. Yeah. Do you get that reference? Yes. I think he did. All right, good.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
We're just checking.
Great movie.
Well, so Smoking the Bandit, just for reference.
You get 12 times to see it in one day. So
I leave it on all day that day. All day. Like, people hate coming to my house. I leave it on all day.
I don't think that's the... Well, you don't go with that. That's fine.
It's totally the movie.
Yeah. Such a lovable movie. Why does everybody hate Damon's house?
I think you said it right in the title. You got to bury that lead, sir. That's the problem.
Yeah. I don't think movie. What were we talking about?
If you were to say we're going someplace special, people go. We're going to Damon's house. Oh,
yeah. This is awkward. This is awkward. We're busy that day. And then the last thing is, I don't really watch the news ever. Okay, but my wife will have it on in the morning once in a while, or I'll hear it. They had a poll on there the other day.
North Pole, South Pole. What kind of poll are we talking?
Well, I think polls in general are ridiculous because they're skewed to whatever.
Fire pole?
Yeah.
What are we talking?
Yeah, fireman's pole.
Yeah.
Magnetic pole.
Yeah. See, he's on it.
Oh, yeah. Now you're awake. Yeah. Help Wilson. Help
Fishing
me.
pole.
Yeah. He needs.
Oh, you got another one. Survey says.
Yeah.
Number one answer. Fishing pole.
North Pole. So,
Which I believe I said first, but whatever.
yeah.
I see someone was thinking all about himself. All right. So
It sounds better when I say
what
it.
was this poll about?
So it was about a vaccine for your kids for COVID where they want to test it on kids. Would you sign your kids up to do it? Now, 93% said no.
I'm in that
off-
7%.
Okay, so first
You
off,
go ahead and take it.
so 7% said yes. I thought, well, that's kind of weird. But then I thought, they're asking the wrong people. Why don't you ask me if I would sign up the kid in the restaurant that's obnoxious and annoying to everybody else? I will tell you right
I'll
now.
sign up your kid.
Yeah, that's my point. Why don't you just say, would you sign up a kid?
Right.
When you say sign up your kid, no, that's too specific. Would you sign up? I would volunteer several kids in my neighborhood for this right now. They do not reside in my house, but I would sign them all up right now.
Hey, you know what? If they're adult enough to sit in this 9 p.m. rated R movie with me in a cinema, they're adult enough to get a possible like live culture disease in their arm.
Yeah. If we're going to see side effects, I got a crew right here that you'll really see if they show up.
You know what? The next one that asks me if I can buy liquor and I'm walking into Benny's, they're going right to Walgreens.
Sir, bring me back your sticker saying I got a
Oh,
shot.
you want to do adult stuff like drinking old style? Well, settle up.
drinking old style?
Settle up, buddy. Oh, yeah. If you're buying a beer, you're not buying them the good stuff, Brian.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. You're not even buying them like college beer. It's not even like Busch Light or
Yeah,
nothing.
they're
You're gonna
giving
come
you
out
a
with-
20. You're getting change
Yeah.
for your effort.
I got you a 4-pack of Mike's Hard. Aren't those like $7? No, they were 20.
Here's a 30-pack of hams.
Hey, here's a real ham. That's not even beer. You let it sit long enough, you could probably get messed up on it.
Yeah. Have you heard of rum ham?
Rum ham.
Watch your classics.
That's awesome. Rum ham. I'll have the rum pot roast, please.
It goes better with pork.
And the Jack Daniels bacon. I'll have some of that too.
I bet they have that at
They probably
TGI
do.
Fridays. They have an entire page that's Jack Daniels
Jack
stuff.
Daniels.
I think at one point the head chef just got drunk and like had to cover. Man, there's a lot of Jack Daniels in here. Oh yeah, I'm coming to do menu items. We got the Jack Daniels chicken, the Jack Daniels shrimp, the Jack Daniels bacon, the Jack Daniels.
Yeah, the Jack Daniels salad. Salad dressing? No, just salad. Lettuce.
We hired a couple guys, one named Jack, one named Daniel. Woo! Saved my job.
Woo. Man,
Made it.
That was a close one. By the way, we're closing next Friday. Damn it.
Oh, thank God.
Because I'm all out of ideas.
It's Friday.
He's at a new restaurant. You guys do Jim Beam, huh? I got some ideas for
I got
you.
some ideas.
I got some ideas.
You want to do fusion? I can bring over some Jose.
You got a weird like Arnold Palmer going on where you're infusing them both. It's like, this is gross. This is gross. What are you doing here?
Did you just infuse this Jack Daniels with Jack Daniels? It's genius, I tell you.
Yeah.
Hey, did it do it down at the plant? Why can't I do it here?
You, sir, are getting a promotion. What's that? I like the cut of your jib, son. The cut of your jib. I had no idea that was a nautical term until recently.
Yeah.
I had to look it up.
Oh, did you find that out in Treadflix and all your pirate movies?
No, I did not.
Oh, your Titanic show?
No, I did not. I did not realize that was.
Who's that mouth breather in Section 7G? Oh, it's Homer Simpson, sir. I like the cut of his jib.
The cut of his jib. I never knew it was nautical. So yeah, the jib is well, it's nautical.
It's one of the mizzen masts.
Okay, we're gonna need to timestamp that, Brian. So I sound much smarter.
It's nautical, like the.
Come back and insert. Yeah, that's okay. Hey, how's your stock market doing, Brian? You got your phone in your hand.
How's your stonks?
I'm coordinating coffee and beer drop-off times with Swears.
Oh,
Oh, you getting some hams?
yeah. Getting some hams.
Give me a rum ham while it's coming.
Coffee-infused ham.
Yeah, coffee infused ham.
I'm pretty good at that, probably.
His pork intake's at an all-time high, and he can't sleep.
I gotta have more of that ham.
He's freebasing the ham. Keeps patting his arm real hard. What are you doing? Are you injecting that ham? With Jack Daniels, sir. We had it back. Hey, so I don't. These don't qualify as strange stories. They don't qualify as like dead to me. But I have two things. Okay. First off, have you ever had potato sticks?
Potato sticks.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You ever had potato wedges?
Yes.
Okay.
Because
Brian?
they have those like
You ever had potato wedges?
Yeah.
Potato sticks, whatever. You ever had those?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
French
So
fries.
anyway, they took it away from Mr. Potato Head. So he has no more potato stick. Now he's just Potato Head. Okay. So the realistic side of this, it's so frustrating to me because I go to Disney and Disney can no longer have Mr. Potato Head. It can just be Potato Head.
I don't have a problem with that. It originally was just a potato. That was the original
But he
thing.
has a Mrs. Potato Head.
Well,
There's two of them.
There's an O at the end, just so we're all aware of it.
Right. But
I
I'm
don't
just
know
saying,
if you're saying it right, though. It's my.
What? Okay, first off, stop teaming up on me. Okay. Absolutely ridiculous. You know what? Move the monitor back. I like it better when I can have eye contact with you. I had no idea.
I don't.
You don't have a problem with that
I
at
don't
all?
have a problem with it at all.
Okay,
It doesn't bother me.
I just have a problem with like rewriting history. I always played with a Mr. Potato Head. That's what I always played with. So
Yeah, well, I think regardless of if there's a Mr. or a Mrs. or nothing in front of it at all, I don't think kids actually play with those anymore.
Yeah. Like,
I think it's a moot point,
right.
and they're just trying to sell us plastic potatoes.
Yeah. Originally, they just sold the pieces and you put it in your own potato.
right.
We were dumb enough to be like, hey, you know what? I think I need to buy that plastic version.
Well, it didn't stink after like 2 months of playing with it, you know?
You didn't know, to be fair, though, you didn't open up the butt of the real potato and his mouth and ears would fall out either.
Yeah.
So,
And then the other thing that they're trying to, they're calling for a ban is for Grease. Did you see that? The movie Grease?
have you ever read like the original like play though?
I have not.
Oh yeah, it's pretty filthy.
So it says misogynistic, which it is, okay. But then it says and sexist and a bit rapey. How do you just throw that at the end? It's a bit rapey.
Well, I mean, the first song is there's a line. I know this because when we were going to do it for the high school before they pulled the license, my line was, "Did she put up a fight?"
Yeah.
So that's not a bit. That's like on the nose rapey.
Yeah, but
Did she put up a fight?
first off, there's rapey and there's not rapey.
Yeah,
there's not a
right.
bit. There's not a bit
I'll
rapey.
give you that. Yeah, there's no clarification on that.
Okay, there's
it's on or off.
You never watch 48 Hours and be like, well, he was a bit rapey. No, he raped.
You do watch.
He's a bit murdery.
You do
No.
watch 44 minutes of them to be like, but we found out it wasn't him. Then why are we talking about this guy?
For 44 minutes, you ruined this guy's life.
Well, I'm sorry, Tommy. Let me take down this this target I put up. I've been shooting your face for 43 minutes.
Most people already lost interest and just accused you and turned it off.
Right.
They have no idea that it was actually Billy the whole time.
I will say that even back, I mean, my dad's been gone almost 20 years now. Even back then, he would be like, I don't like how at the end of the movie, she had to change her entire life to fit this guy's idea of the ideal woman. That was my dad's take on Grease. And I was like, I just saw it as weird songs that I probably shouldn't sing in public. But yeah, no, that's fine.
Right. But like I said, there's like things like,
Yeah, there's no a bit.
you can't be like a bit murdery.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, there's attempted murder.
So close.
Yeah.
He was so close. Man, you still have not achieved anything, you know? However, we're going to try you as if you did. Okay?
Well, I think we did have to at one point specify, well, it really wasn't murder. It's less. And we're going to call less than murder manslaughter.
Well,
How was that less?
pretty soon it's just going to be slaughter.
worse.
We're going to take out the man.
You got a good point. But I don't get how slaughter is less than murder.
And then the band from the 90s is going to come around and be like, I knew we'd be relevant someday.
We made it.
It's time to fly to the angels, everybody.
Looks like we made it.
That was a good band, though, Slaughter. Do you know who Slaughter is?
Yes.
Okay.
I would hope the man from G Center knows slaughter.
Well, yeah, because your local G Center, you probably see a lot of guys that look like they belong in that band that come in there. And
Yeah, now.
Maybe
they look
did.
like now.
Yeah.
what's the no stairway? You got the no stairway rule? You get the Wayne's World reference, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I
Stairway
had to tell my
denied.
intern about Wayne's World the other day.
Because they saw the
yeah.
Uber
He
Eats
didn't know?
commercial? Did they see the Uber Eats commercial and be like, who are these people?
It came up.
Yeah,
I
you
think-
were very angry about it last
Yeah.
week.
Hey, by the way, every time you see a
It was
commercial
after
now,
that.
I feel that way. And I told my wife that. She does not agree with you. But I told her, I said it would be so great if they really were just looked their age and had the gray hair. I would love it.
That was the only thing that didn't look their age, was the hair.
Yeah.
It's not so much that, but to me, he just looked creepy. He looked like a dude wearing a Michael Myers mask.
He looked a bit rapey.
And
He
not
looked a bit
the
a slight bit rapey.
not
A
the
wee
Will,
bit.
not the William Shatner Michael Myers mask, but an actual mask of Michael Myers.
Right. Yeah. An actual mask of my. Yeah, you know that guy from the movies.
Yeah, because the original Halloween, Michael Myers, they didn't have a mask, so they went to the store, bought a Star Trek William Shatner mask, and just painted it white. And they're like, that's scary enough. I mean, they took the voice out later because it wasn't like it didn't work. And like, I am here to kill you.
Right, yes. I'm going to kill you until you die from it. I never watched that show, though. I just know he's a terrible actor.
Shatner? Man, he put on a great show at the Rialto a couple years back.
Really?
Oh, I was front row. Loved it. It was
Really?
amazing. Oh, yeah.
You
Yeah.
don't seem like
I'm
the
a
right
huge
age
Shatner
for
fan.
front row of Shatner.
Oh, it was a fantastic show.
Of course, you went to Pauly Shore, too, so I guess that's probably...
I don't speak of that, though, do I?
Well, I do, because it's a bit rapey. So,
You know what, sir? You have a subpoena.
that's a 48 Hours reference. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. You've been subpoenaed for life.
You better have a warrant.
Another good band
Yeah, I
from
knew
the
it. Knew it
90s.
was
Huh?
coming.
You know who Warrant is?
Yep.
Huh? Okay, so your hairband knowledge is pretty tight.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. But Smokey and the Bandit, which is like a cult classic movie.
Yeah, but that's
what
like
about
a decade
Cannonball
earlier.
Run?
Oh.
What about Cannonball Run?
Cannonball.
Okay, you have 2 movies to watch.
Do, 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 do,
Hey,
do.
I just want
This
everybody
is
to know.
what my intern must have felt like last week when I told her she has to
Cannonball.
watch Wayne's World and
so this-
Austin Powers.
So here's my commitment to the audience. I will not pay Brian until.
Do you know Ray Stevens did the theme for Cannonball Run?
Did he really?
Yeah.
Ray Stevens, the comedic.
Yeah.
Wow.
Famous for the streak.
Yeah. Yeah.
Boogity boogity. I was just there picking out tomatoes and he just ran through.
Do you know who Ray Stevens is?
I doubt it.
Nope.
Everything is beautiful.
Hold on, let me Google it for myself.
If you have
In its
Branson
own
money,
way.
you
Yeah.
will know who Ray Stevens is.
If you had Branson money in the 90s, you would know who Ray Stevens
you would
is.
know who Ray Stevens is.
His theater's still there, but it's been for sale for 40 years.
So we can agree, and again, that we can agree that there's no such thing as like a bit murdery,
No.
a bit rapey.
No.
No, you either are rapey. You know what I mean? Like
I'm
must be a
thrilled
great-
that we keep circling back to this.
must be a great
There it is.
profile.
Go
What's
back,
that?
scroll back up to the top.
Yeah.
Go back up to the-
Yeah.
I wanted to see what his
So if there's
merch was.
if there's a link for like the streak or something, you should put it on our page.
Yeah, his merch was a streak, and I wanted to see what
Yeah.
kind of merch you could get for that.
Yeah.
There it is. It's me again, Margaret. Are you naked? That is a mouse pad you can
That's
buy
this guy?
from Ray Stevens. Yeah.
Yeah. no, it's some other guy.
Yeah.
He's just
No, that's the most interesting man in America.
yeah.
For real?
No.
No. Yeah. Ray Stevens is
But if you need
the
glasses,
Secchi's guy.
if you need glasses, it would look like that guy.
Yeah. Just squint. Squint. Move your computer screen back over. Look from an angle. You'll see.
I don't always drink beer, but when I do, I prefer rum ham.
Infused with Jack Daniels. Dude, if there's an actual rum ham.
Don't look, Margaret. Boogity, boogity.
Boogity boogity. Hey, so can we do a couple of strange stories before we get into what are we doing?
Ma, there's no more deviled eggs on the roof.
Nope, that's not right anymore because now it's
What's this?
It's Strange Stories with Damon
Oh.
and Ted.
Well, we didn't need the Aunt Ted. What happened there?
because that's my friend David McCully,
Oh, that's pretty cool, man.
our Canadian friend, who sent us a drop for strange stories. It actually mentions strange stories.
Well, I guess we can get rid of the deviled egg one then. That's pretty solid.
Wow, there literally are no more deviled eggs on the roof.
Correct.
Thank you, Dave McCully.
Oh, that was awesome. Thanks,
Let's
brother.
drop into strange stories, Damon.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Hey, so this one is basically just a newspaper clipping that I'm going to read the story.
Did you get this in 1981?
Yes.
I found it when I was taking the house down. It was in the walls.
It's called Mystery Solved. A group of tourists spent hours.
That will remain a mystery.
No, it's solved.
Oh, okay.
And it did not require the use of Wayne May. But, oh, someone's texting me. All right.
Is it Wade and May?
No, someone's texting you too. A group of tourists spent hours Saturday night looking for a missing woman near Iceland's Elja Canyon. All right. Only to find her among the search party. The group was traveling through Iceland on a tour bus, stopped near Volcanic Canyon. Soon, there was word of a missing passenger. The woman, who had changed clothes, didn't recognize the description of herself and joined the search.
Well, this clearly was not you. Because if anyone just it's a man. Is it me? I'm a man.
So the fact of the matter is that there's never been anything check out more than that in my entire life. Okay. That does check out.
Yeah.
Like to the 10th power. So we're missing a, wait a minute. Am I here? Is this, hold on. Are you real? Am I real?
Am I here? Then I don't care about anything else. We have found what we needed to find.
Are we missing Damon? You're Damon. Then we're good.
We're good.
All right.
What a turtle?
What about the busload of children? Was Damon on that busload of children? No. Then we don't need to look for it.
We're not going to look for Damon. He sounds a bit rapey. We're not going to look for him at all.
Well, now that you've put that out there, maybe there is a definition that fits. But he does smell fresh.
So, but yeah, he's fresh rapey.
All right, Brian.
He's a wee bit fresh.
Brian, please timestamp that.
Good thing we're recording 2 episodes.
Yeah, found a good breaking point.
Yeah, we might get enough for one episode out of this.
It says, but the search was called off about 3 a.m. When it became clear the missing woman was in fact accounted for and searching for herself.
It would be great if finally someone was just like finally looked up and was like, "Wait a minute,
You're the lady on the posters."
how long have you been standing there? I've been with you for like 2 hours. Oh no. So we're gonna go back. We're gonna tell the group we just found you. Okay. Please do not blow this for me.
Where's your old clothes? I'm going to need you to put them on.
And then that's the origin story of why Wayne May started finding pets. That guy's gonna find us one day. Just like we're gonna get slightly murdered.
First
a
off,
little murdered
he
by
may
Wayne
or
May.
may not find us. You don't know that, okay? He may not, okay?
Don't you say his name.
He may not. But you turned me sideways when you said, if I was on, you were absolutely correct. It's a man. Is it me?
Yeah.
Okay. Describe him to me.
This would never happen to you.
Yeah.
We're looking for a man. I'm a man. List finished.
Ta-da! Then I collect the reward.
Yeah.
Hey, this son of a bitch wants his reward. I don't know what he's talking
Yeah.
about.
Hey guys, I got a house payment coming up. I'm going to get lost next week too. Get lost, Damon. I'm good at that.
Get lost. Oh, I'll find myself. You just give me a minute.
Yeah. You make the posters and the reward. I'll do it.
Yeah.
But how does it happen? Just like, we're all, hey, what are you guys looking for? Oh, we're looking for a woman. Oh, cool. I'm a woman. I'll help.
Ooh, I got to help my sisters out. We'll go look. All right.
Yeah.
Search party. We'll split up, you know?
It's
like a
like-
bad horror movie. Split
like-
up.
The movie The Fugitive, where the guy was like, hey, Doc, we're looking for a man. Like, oh, what's he look like? Oh, about 6'2", brown hair, such and such. You ever see a guy like that? He's like, every time I look in the mirror, wink, wink. And then they walk away. Like, the cop never goes, wait a minute. He does fit that description.
I just imagine her
the
standing-
cop just goes, okay, Doc, and walks away. It's that guy.
You know how
Roll credits.
all the buses have them dark tinted windows, right?
Yeah.
You imagine you're lined up outside of it. You see your reflection. And they're describing. You're like, okay, all right, oh, okay. Has red frame glasses. Oh, okay. They should be easy to find. You know what I mean? It's amazing. But yeah, no, she was actually part of the search party. Again, that was a single column. So it didn't require any more storytelling, because realistically, the whole story is in the fact that she changed her clothes and threw herself off the scent of where to find herself. You know what I mean? So
It'd be great the whole time. The dogs are just right behind her. Like, dogs, settle down. We're looking for a what's going on?
we're looking for a naked woman. We found her clothes. We're looking for a naked woman.
We need to separate you from the dogs. They just keep pointing on you. We can't figure it out.
Yeah.
You get back to the camp, the dogs are just sitting around smoking cigarettes. We try to tell you guys. I don't understand.
Listen.
Like, we are good at this job. Why you didn't listen to us, I have no idea.
Yeah. I again,
You call us dumb bitches, I swear. I don't get it.
you absolutely turned me sideways when you started that, though. I went through that whole thing the whole time, just being like, that there's nothing that's ever checked out more on That Checks Out than what you said when we started.
David had a whole plan of how he was going to talk about this article, and he was like, Ted just ruined that, right?
I am just here. It's your world. I'm living in it.
I mean, you should see that you're looking. You're like, you're right. I would do that.
I think I did sit up.
Yeah,
I really do.
You literally did.
I think I did.
It
Sit
was
up.
like someone put a titanium rod in your
Eureka!
spine. You were like, we have the answer.
yeah. Oh, but it was a female.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've landed on Mars.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, we have. That's right. Hey, so
Again.
So the second one, I got a picture of this. I'm going to put this up on the Facebook page. In 1948, a man wore 30-pound, 3-toed lead shoes and stomped around a Florida beach during the night. The footprints led people to believe that a 15-foot tall penguin was roaming their lands. He kept up the prank for 10 years, visiting various beaches. Then the hoax wasn't revealed till 40 years later, and it shows an old man sitting there with his shoes on that he wore. First off, this is a strange story, but this guy's my hero. Okay. Now, this would have happened. This was in 1948. Now you couldn't get away with that because there's security cameras
everywhere. Right.
So they're going to know that it was you. They're going to know. That's why I feel very lucky we grew up when we did, because the amount of stuff I did that nobody knows about is phenomenal. The amount of stuff that people try to do nowadays that people know about instantaneously is ridiculous.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just ridiculous. So, but
hey, if you got the cash and the time, I know the crimes. So.
Well, you cash in the time and the crime, like the guy that streaked during the
we
Super
talked
Bowl.
about that, right?
Yeah, it's the same thing. I mean, you're right. These are calculated risks people are taking now.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, like a guy that did this.
When people see this later, they'll see what I'm talking about. But like the guy who's on the beach, like, yep.
He's he's an old man.
Yeah, he's all laid back, like, yeah, it was me.
So you figure in 1948 he did this, okay, and then 40 years later it was revealed. So he's a 70-year-old man or 80-year-old man sitting there with these lead shoes on.
Yeah.
And just remembering how, and he probably had them up in the garage.
I fooled America's Wang for 40 years.
Yeah.
Suck on this, Florida.
Yeah. So just so you know then, all you people that are hunting Sasquatch, this guy probably has a second pair of shoes somewhere in the garage. Okay. It is what it is. So I doubt he's very fast in them, but that was the time to do it because there was no cameras. There was no, and again,
his name, William May. Mom always liked you better, Wayne.
Doesn't give his name.
Guess what happens? I'm gonna have you chasing circles.
You couldn't catch that penguin, and he's 15 foot tall.
Yeah. Now who's the fool, Wayne?
Oh man. Hey, so that might be a good place to stop and pick up on the second part.
On part 2.
Part 2 of Who the Hell is Still Listening?
After these messages, we'll be right back.
I told you I still want to do that sit ubu thing. We're gonna do that someday.
Are we?
Yeah, we're really gonna do that someday.
Okay.
Not now.
All right.
All right.
How about now? Now? No?
Huh?
No.
Huh?
Ladies and gentlemen, come back for part 2 of this wonderful episode of We're Still Kind of in the First Part.
Is that how it goes?
I guess so.
And do we break now or now?
How about now?
Hold
Huh?
on. Huh?
What?
What?
Huh?
Huh?
What?
Huh?
For Damon, Ted, and the really angry guy across the room, we'll be
Every
right
time
back.
he reaches for the button to shut it off, we start saying something else. It's so awesome. See, so seeing you sometimes is not a bad thing because we're like, do we end it now? And he's like reaching over to stop, hit the end, and we're going to keep talking. All right.
You'll hear from us in a week, but we'll be back in seconds.
Woo! Ooh, seconds. That's my favorite helping. That checks out. So I have a bunch of stuff for today.
You do. I like that big bold one.
But the one that says
Who?
double show recordings.
No.
Fresh with the scent. Yeah. It's my new deodorant. Spoiler alert. It's me. I did not know Fresh was the scent.